Hey, good morning, Chancellor.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, buddy.
Good. Good morning, Alva.
Some good information.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a real good one today.
I'm sure it will be.
Yeah, I've got a couple. We're gonna wait a couple minutes and let a couple more people start dropping in. Usually it doesn't. We usually don't get going until about 5 to 10 minutes after, because people usually roll in a little later. So we'll wait till we have a few people in here and then we'll get started up. Okay.
I do the same thing. Thank you, sir.
Not a problem. And while people start coming in, I'm working on getting everyone's name on this little wheel here for free VA. I know everyone would like to have some free help a little bit. So
Pick me, pick me.
Kate, good morning. Justin, good morning. Doug, good morning. Or good afternoon, depending on where you are in the country. Brad, good morning, good afternoon. How's everyone doing? You can unmute. We're gonna wait a couple minutes until we get a couple more people in here, and then we'll get started. How's everyone doing this morning / afternoon? Well, I should probably pay attention to the chat. Good morning, Justin. Good morning, Doug. Alva, awesome. Yeah, I always forget to look at the chat. Definitely my fault. What are you guys most excited for on this workshop here today? What are you excited to learn or learn more about? I'm getting crickets here. We're gonna get started in 2 minutes over here.
Okay, I'm trying to help someone on Facebook Messenger get in. They're saying they are not able to get in using the link.
I'll go ahead and answer your question, Victor, so you're not hearing crickets here.
Thank you.
So I don't have any. I'm a solo person, and I guess I'm looking for how I would even really use a virtual assistant. I have a hard time imagining a virtual assistant being of any help to me. I feel like it might be more work than what it's worth, and so no offense if you're a VA, Cileen.
No, she owns the VA company.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, that's giving away a free VA.
She's the VA. She was saying, get in. So I didn't really know.
Not at all.
So
I hear that quite a bit. So you're not alone in feeling that way.
Awesome. Yeah, there's
so
plenty of ways to make use of them.
Yeah, I've been thinking about doing it for a couple of months now, and I've just gotten a couple of more commercial clients on board that are fairly service heavy, like contractors that are, doing bonds, on a weekly basis and need certificates of insurance for bids and all that kind of thing. And it's really slowing me down from home and auto quotes and all that kind of stuff. So I just, I feel like now is maybe the time to pull the trigger. So I'm trying to get a grasp on the best way to do that.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, and I think Cileen's going to be able to kind of pinpoint a lot of these pain points that agents have when looking for, you know, one, why would you need a VA? And two, how can they help you, right? And that's the whole purpose of this. So actually, we're at 12:05. So you guys know, if you've been on a insurance growth workshop before, you know that we try to keep these to about 15 minutes worth of training and about 10 to 15 minutes worth of Q&A so that you guys can have questions answered. And then we'll leave a little 15-30 seconds, have a little wheel going over here with everyone's name that's attended. And we're going to spin that.
Can you guys hear me?
We got you.
All right, sorry about that. My headset just died. I didn't charge it. I'm an idiot. So yes, 15 minutes of 10 to 15 minutes worth of Q&A. I'm having so many issues right now. We're going to do about 10 to 15 minutes worth of Q&A, and then we're going to do a wheel over and see who can get a free month of a VA, courtesy of Cileen. So with that being said, Cileen is the owner of ExcelCSR. She has 10 VAs currently, and she's bringing on board another 5 to 10 here shortly. She's been in insurance for a long time, I think longer than I have. And for those who don't know, I come from a State Farm and Allstate background. Me and Cileen used to work together at Allstate, so I've known her for a long time. So she has the credibility. I'm putting my name behind her. And I'm going to let her take it from here. She's going to go over the most unique ways that she uses her VAs within agencies and how you can possibly take advantage of it as well. So without further ado, here's Cileen.
Thank you, Victor. Hi, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you're joining us from.
Does anyone else hear her?
Are you guys hearing me okay? Okay,
Yeah,
seems like everyone else is hearing me. Okay, great. So while Victor gets his issues sorted out, are you hearing me now, Victor? Okay, he's hearing me now. Great. So yeah, like Victor said, I've been in insurance for quite a long time, about 10 years. And one of the things that I've noticed in insurance, obviously, is always the need for more help, more staff, right? And a lot of agents struggle in that area. And that's why I decided to start a VA agency to help agents with a lot of the busy work that prevent them from having a normal life outside of owning and running an agency, and also prevents them from focusing on sales and the things that really grow your agency. So I'm going to quickly go over some of the common ways that agents use VAs in their agency, and then I'll get into some of the more unique ways that I've come across as I have been running my agency. So your VA can help you with quoting, whether it's the renewals or new business, they can do that. They can answer your phones for you. They can take and process payment. They can do billing follow-up, accord forms. They can chase the customers down for the applications on new business. If you think of what you have done, let's say yesterday in your business, and think about what area of running your business you don't need a license to do, a VA can help you with that. They cannot discuss or explain coverage, and they cannot bind coverage. But outside of that, there is a wide array of things that VAs can do to really help you in your agency, streamline your process, and take a lot of that busy work off your hands, okay? So some of the unique ways I have seen VAs being used in agencies, and in my experience, are with carrier appointments. So we work with some newer agents who, as they're growing their books, they want to get more carriers. And that means that they have to reach out, see who's appointing, get the contact information, fill out the online applications, all of that stuff. Your VA can actually do that for you. We helped one agent who was trying to get into the Florida market, which is really tough right now. And we went through the whole list, contacted the different carriers, see who's appointed, got the information, and even submitted some appointments on behalf of our agent. All he had to do was review contracts, sign where he needed to be signed, and it was done. But it was very hands-off for him. We can do commission reconciliation. I see agents sometimes post about the amount of time it's taking them to reconcile their commission statement. That's something that your VA can help you with, and they can stay on top of that stuff. Okay. We do a lot of new agent training. Now, we're not necessarily training the agents on how to write and explain insurance, but maybe how to use your CRM system if it's something that they're new to. One of the things that I come across a lot are agents who have no written policies or procedures in their agency. So you might hire someone and they come in and they are used to doing things a certain way where they're coming from. They might be okay just canceling a policy without any written request or confirmation. And some agents, that's a big no-no. But sometimes it doesn't come up until there's a problem when they're like, oh no, that's not how we do it in our agency. So what we work with our agents first and foremost is making sure that we have those written policies and procedures in place. It helps us as your VA agents to do the right thing and do it the way you want it to be done. And it also helps you when you bring other people on, when you bring your licensed agents on, you already have a system in place for them to follow. Those SOPs are so essential, and I am surprised that a lot of agents run their business without them. And it's really easy for us to put those together, because each day as we go on, we can see the things we're doing, document it, and then verify the appropriate steps that the agents want us to take in fulfilling those. So we help agents create SOPs. We help them train their new agents in those SOPs and navigating their CRM systems. Your VA can manage your switchboard. If you don't have an actual switchboard, but they can be like a receptionist. They can answer the phone for you, route calls, take messages for you. They also help with marketing and setting up your automation. So they can do content management for your social media. They can set up automation for renewals, new business follow-up, whatever it is that you want done in your agency. They can actually do that and manage that for you. And like I mentioned before, create SOPs. We also help a lot of agents with claim handling. Because if a customer calls in and they want to put a claim in, you don't necessarily have to have a license to help the customer direct them to the right phone number or connect them to the right person. Obviously, your unlicensed VA cannot advise a customer on whether or not to put a claim in. So once they've decided that they want the claim to be set up, then we can help them with that. And we can also do the claim follow-up. Personally, I like following up with someone who has had a claim within 3 to 5 days to see how the process is going, if they need any assistance. And I find that customers are very happy when that happens. I can tell you one of the things that I've seen a lot since I've been doing that is usually when we start with an agency, it's super busy because a lot of times there are a lot of calls, there are a lot of upset customers because they probably haven't been getting the service that they wanted. But then after a while that tapers off because now you have someone who's getting those calls. You don't have the same person calling back 3-4 times. You find that as the agent, I've had people who said they haven't taken a vacation in 7 years. They've been able to completely like go away, take a vacation and be present with their family. And I know Kate made this, said that, you know, sometimes working with a VA, you feel like it's more work training them and getting them to do things right. And I get that. I completely understand, because that was one of my complaints when I first started working with VAs. But if you're working with a trained VA that has a solid support system behind them, you will find that things are getting done. They're getting done the right way. And you as an agent, you very seldom have to get in there and deal with any issues or anything like that. For myself, I like a small agency, because then I'm very hands-on in answering questions and pointing them in the right direction before we ever have to go to the agent and say, how do we do this? Or how do you want, this problem solved? Because a lot of it, 10 years experience, we really work and try to keep it where once we have, and that's why having those SOPs are so important, because once you have those in place, we have that roadmap to follow. And yeah, so if you are willing to work for maybe like the first 2 weeks or a month, getting everything in place and getting things done the right way, after that, it's pretty much smooth sailing from there on. So, those are some of the areas we help agents in. Those are some of the unique things that agents didn't realize that their VA can really help them with. And, as you're running your agency, you'll find more and more ways to utilize them within your agency as well. So yeah, do we have any questions?
Yeah, Cileen,
I know that was kind of a mouthful.
I have a question. Does your VAs, do they work with like appointment setting, like as a telemarketer, like helping on the telemarketing side of reaching out to, like if there's a lead list or something and transferring over to a sales member or a salesperson?
Yes, they
Okay.
do. So they do that. They work with, so whether you put the lead list in your system and you do like a email or text drip, or if you want someone to call and set the appointment or call and get the call transferred over, yes, they can do that as well.
Awesome. And then in the chat, it looks like Chancellor asked if your VAs are familiar with Go High Level or GHL.
No, we have not worked with GHL, but we're willing to learn. And most of the VAs that I have are college graduates with a bachelor's degree. They're really smart. They're really fast learners. And we really haven't come across any systems that we've worked in where, even if it's new to us, where we don't adapt real quickly.
Okay. Does
I
anyone
have a list of questions.
go for it?
Yes.
Well, one, like, do you background check I'm assuming like all your folks that you work with? I mean, like as far as when they're dealing with personal information for these people?
Yeah, so that's a very good question. So my VAs specifically are located in Jamaica. I am currently in Jamaica with them. So we have an office here that they work in, and we do have background checks. We have a lot of security measures that we put in place to make sure that clients' information are kept secure. Yes.
Okay. So you'd mentioned about having, SOPs and things. Is that something that they help us to create, or that's something we need to have in advance?
No, we help to create that. Yes.
Okay. And can they do things like Medicaid and extra help applications and things?
Yes, absolutely. They can do personal lines, commercial, and health and life application.
Okay. But they know this, so they know how to do like to apply for somebody to get Medicaid or extra help, or they don't know that. That's be something that we teach them.
That's something that you would teach them. Yes.
Okay. And then is it typically the same VA that you're going to be working with? And then how much does this typically cost?
Okay, so each agent is assigned their own specific VA, and there's also a backup VA in case someone gets sick or someone's out on vacation. There's someone who's already familiar with your system who can fall in line and pick up the slack and do whatever they need to do. I don't know, Victor, is it okay? I don't mind telling my price. Is that all right?
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. So I have two price structures. If they're not taking inbound calls, it's $10 per hour. But if they're taking inbound calls, then that's $12 per hour. Does that answer your question? Okay, good.
And then with your VAs, I have a question that kind of peels off that, just in case anyone else is wondering. For the VAs, is there a contract or anything like that? A minimum amount of anything like that?
Okay, so minimum is 20 hours per week. No long-term contract. There is a contract in place, but it's not like you're locked into a long-term contract. It's month to month.
Awesome. And then Chancellor asked in the chat, what type of automations are your VAs familiar with using currently?
Right now, we're familiar with Better Agency and Agency Elephant. And then we are working with Salesforce. Well, this client of mine, they recently created like their own CRM with Salesforce. So we're working on learning their automation as well.
Okay. And then Alva asks if you have any bilingual VAs.
Unfortunately, not right now, but that's something that I'm working on because I do get that question a lot. So I'm working on getting someone bilingual.
Awesome. And then Shelby in the chat asks, do you have onboarding fees? And if you do, how much is it?
No onboarding fees.
Awesome.
You just pay for the time. Yeah.
Awesome. Anyone have any other questions? No questions?
Yeah, I've got one, Victor.
Yep.
So how long does it take to get up and running if we decide to hire a VA? Like, is there a typical kind of 2-week get trained in agency and feel each other out, a sense of the work's going to go, or is it pretty standard? This is what we're going to do, and we get going.
Okay, so typically takes 2 weeks. So you hit the nail on the head there with 2 weeks. It typically takes about 2 weeks, but usually the first week is getting into the system, getting the logins and getting everything set up. It depends on how fast or can get that information to us. Some agents are super organized with their logins and that kind of thing, and they can get it to us in 1 day. Some people take a little bit more time to get that part figured out. And then usually by the second week, we are starting to figure out what you want us to be doing for you, what task you want us to be doing, and getting a feel of what your processes are. But usually by the end of the 2 weeks, we're pretty good. And usually by the end of the first month, we have a good idea of what those operating procedures are that you use in your agency, that we can start putting things in writing.
How do you communicate with your VA on a regular basis?
They're in my office, so they're right here with me. But you as the agent, you're talking?
Yeah, not you, but me.
Okay, sure. So most agents like to use their IM thing, whether it's Teams or Slack or whatever other instant messaging you use, or you can call them on the phone. Almost everyone is using soft phones right now. So we just don't know whatever app you use, be it RingCentral or GoTo, whatever phone app you're using, and you can talk to them on the phone as well. So just be kind of like the way you would normally communicate within your office.
Awesome. And then Kate wrote in the chat, do any of your VAs know how to build or update websites?
No, unfortunately, no.
Kate, send me a message. I could connect you with some people who are really good with that. Okay, I can send you over some referrals, Kate, on that.
I got a question about inbound calls. So we're here in America. Tell me exactly what we need, like voice over IP set up to be able for them to take inbound calls. Like, I got a VA now, and that's really something that's bothering me. I really would like for them to take inbound calls. So I'm all ears.
Okay, so sometimes if you reach out to your phone provider, they can tell you if there's an app that their system integrates with that you can use for us to be able to take phone calls for you.
Oh, wow.
Shelby, what phone system are you using currently?
Right now, just landlines, and we just got fiber optic. We just got it, but yeah, no, I'm just still landlining, and got
Gotcha.
about 5 of those at this point. But no,
Okay.
to communicate with my VA right now, I'm just using Slack, and we'll just hop on the Zoom and do whatever we need to do on the Zoom.
Cool.
But yeah, I need inbound calls, so that's great. Thank you.
Yeah, and just for future, voice over IP is the easiest, because you could take that from you could download the app on your phone, you could put it on your laptop, on any of your computers, tablets, anything. Just something to keep in mind, and that's super easy to get anyone a number on.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think they have free versions through like Google and stuff too, so just do some research on it, but they're pretty affordable for the most part.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just about to suggest maybe Google Voice, see if that's something that.
Thank you.
Yep. I see Mike Cruz just turned his camera on. You have a question? No.
Great information. Great information.
Awesome. All right. Anyone have any other questions? Cool. So I'm going to do a quick spin over here. I got everyone's name who attended. I know a couple people dropped off, probably had to take some calls, but everyone who did show up for the call, I've got your name on a wheel here. So I don't know if the camera is going to show it, but no, it's not, because I have a background. Hold on. Let me remove the background. All right. We've got a little spinner here. Let me go with it. Paola. Is she still on the call? She is.
Yes, she is.
Paola, you are the winner
Yes, I'm
of
here.
the free VA.
Woo, awesome. Yay.
Awesome.
Thank
Congrats,
you.
Paula.
Thank you. I'm so excited.
Right.
Yes.
Awesome. Paola, just shoot me a message on Facebook.
I
And then
will.
I'll connect you and Cileen in a message, and then we'll get you squared away on that. All right.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Yes.
Well, guys, thank you all for attending this call on this workshop, and we do them once a month. They're always free. Typically, we try to stay within 30 minutes. So I look forward to seeing you guys at the next ones. And Cileen, thank you again for leading this workshop and for being generous enough to give out a free VA this call.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you guys for joining and for interacting. And this was awesome.
All right, guys.
Hey, Victor, one thing before we go, how do we get a hold of Cileen if we are interested in?
Oh, yes. Cileen, do you want to give them your website and your email?
Yes. So my email is Cileen@ExcelCSR.com. And my website, I'm putting it in the chat as well, is ExcelCSR.com.
And then also add her on Facebook too. So
Yes.
she's in all the groups, that we see out there. She's in all of them too. So don't be afraid to reach out if you have any questions or anything like that.
For sure. And if you're currently working with a VA and you need any pointers on how to make the most of it, feel free to reach out. I really don't mind sharing that information. I think it's a great resource for agents to use in their agencies.
All right. Awesome. Have a great day, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
All right. Thank you, guys. Bye.